Today, we will talk about problem solving involving rational expressions. So, there are many kinds of problems that can be solved by equations involving rational expressions. So, we have here some outlines in problem solving. First is understand the problem. Read the problem several times until you have fully understood it. Figure out the problem and try to sketch what to do about it. The second one is to plan out. Determine what you are asked to find and then have a variable to represent the unknown. It is proper to write an equation based upon the words of the problem. Then the third one we have here, carry out the plan. Be sure to apply your knowledge and skills in solving the equation. And the last one is to check. Check your answer if it satisfies the given condition in the problem. For better understanding, let's have an example. So it says here, Carl can do a piece of work in 6 days. Lancelot can do the same job in 4 days. How much will it take them to do the same job together? First thing to do is to understand the problem. So, sinasabi dito na si Carl daw ay nakakagawa ng work in 6 days or piece of work in 6 days. While Lancelot can do the same job in 4 days. So, sinasabi lang dito na mas mabilis gumawa si Lancelot kaysa kay Carl. Then, ang tinatanong, how much will take them to do the same job together? Second is to plan out. So, determine what you are asked to find and then have a variable to represent the unknown. Okay, so dito, ang hinahanap dito ay kung how much will take them to do the same job together. Then, sinabi doon is have a variable to represent the unknown. So, ilalet x natin as the total number of days that will take both of them to complete the work together. So, ngayon, doon naman tayo sa part of work done by Carl in 1 day. So, kapag pinag-uusapan kasi natin ay work, laging fraction yung ginagawa natin dito. So, for example, we have here 1 over x. Yung x natin dito ay yung kung ilang days ba yung work na ginawa nila. So, sinabi dito kanina na Carl can do a piece of work in 6 days. Ibig sabihin, 1 over, yung number of days natin dito ay 6. 6 will be the part of work done by Carl in 1 day. Next, doon naman tayo kay Lancelot. So, sinabi naman dito na si Lancelot daw ay can do the same job in 4 days. Ibig sabihin, magiging 1 over 4 yung part of work done by Lancelot in 1 day. Then, after that, masasabi natin na yung 1 over x will be the part of the job that can be done by Carl and Lancelot working together in 1 day. So, ngayon, mag-proceed na tayo doon sa ating third step, which is to carry out the plan. So, kung sinabi dito na how much will take them to do the same job together, ibig sabihin, kapag tinatanong yung the same na nagawa nila, ibig sabihin lang nun ay mag-a-add tayo. So, i-add lang natin yung work done by Carl and Lancelot, then i-equals natin doon sa kung ilang work yung nagawa nila together, which is yung ating 1 over x. So, we have 1 over 6 plus 1 over 4 is equal to yung nagawa nila together, which is 1 over x. The next, dito, pwedeng ang gawin na lang natin is to get there LCD. Multiply natin siya sa kanilang LCD. So, ano ba yung LCD nito? Yung ating mga denominators ay 6, 4, and x. So, we have, mumultiply lang natin siya sa kanyang LCD, which is magiging 12x. Okay, so after that, burahin ko muna ito para hindi kayo malito. So, now, let's multiply 12x doon sa ating mga fractions. So, we have 12x divided by 6 muna ay magiging 2x times 1 will give us simply 2x. The next, 12x divided by 4 will give us 3x times 1 will give us positive 3x. And the last one, 12x divided by x will give us simply 12 times 1 will give us 12. Then after that, i-simplify na natin. So we have 2x plus 3x will give us 5x is equal to 12. Then para makuha natin yung value ng x, divide lang natin both sides by 5. Okay. After that, i-divide lang natin ito. So we have 5 divided by 12 will give us simply 2, then 10, then we have 2. So, kapag ginawa nating fraction, ito magiging, we have 2 and 2/5. So, ito ngayon yung days na magagamit nila para makagawa sila ng the same job together. So, we have 2 and 2/5 days. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Let's have another example. So it says here, the denominator of a fraction is 3 more than the numerator. If both numerator and denominator are increased by 2, the resulting fraction is 2/3. Find the fraction. Okay, so understand muna natin yung problem. So yung denominator daw of a fraction is 3 more than the numerator. So ang gagawin natin dito ay i-let x muna natin as the numerator para makuha natin yung ating denominator. So, let x will be our numerator. Then, ang gagawin na ngayon sa ating denominator, so since sinabi dito na is 3 more than the numerator. So, we have 3 more than the numerator which is x. So, ito ngayon yung ating magiging denominator. Okay, so sabi dito, next, if both numerator and denominator are increased by 2, so mag-i-increase daw tayo ng 2 doon sa ating both numerator and denominator. Ibig sabihin, itong x natin dito na value for numerator will become x plus 2. Kasi nga increase, ibig sabihin mag-add tayo ng 2. Then, the same as the denominator natin. So, ito ay magiging x plus 3 plus 2. Then, after that, sabi dito, the resulting fraction is 2/3. Okay. So, ang magiging itsura na nga niyan, we have x plus 2. Since ito yung ating mga fraction, ito yung numerator, then ito yung ating denominator, plus 3 plus 2. Then, yung resulting daw ng fraction will become 2/3. Then, sabi dyan, find the fraction. After nyan, isosolve na natin ito para makuha na natin yung value ng ating x at makuha din natin yung mga fraction natin. But, before that, isimplify muna natin ito. So, we have 3 plus 2 will give us simply 5 na lang ito. Okay, so para ma-solve natin yan, kunin natin yung kanyang LCD, then yun yung ating i-multiply. So, yung ating LCD dyan, kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng kunin yung LCD ng x plus 5 and 3, then as is na lang siya na i-multiply natin. So, 3 times x plus 5. Ito ang i-multiply natin ngayon dito sa ating fraction na dalawa. Okay, so we have 3, the quantity x plus 5 divided by x plus 5. So, makakancel na lang yon. Then, ang naiwan ay we have 3. So, 3 times x will give us 3x. Then, 3 times 2 will give us positive 6. Next, doon tayo sa kabilang fraction. So, kapag ito, minultiply doon, or dinivide muna natin doon sa ating denominator na 3, makakancel yung 3, then naiwan ay x plus 5 times natin sa numerator which is 2. So, 2 times x will give us simply 2x. Then, 2 times 5 will give us positive 10. Then, after that, combine like terms na lang tayo. So, itong 2x, ilagay natin doon. So, we have 3x positive magiging negative is equal to, copy lang natin yung 10, then i-transpose yung positive 6 doon, magiging negative 6. So, 3x minus 2x will give us simply x is equal to 10 minus 6 will give us 4. So, yung ating x ngayon ay equal to 4. So, masasabi natin na yung ating numerator ay yung 4 na. So, ito ay, we have 4. Then, yung ating denominator ay, since yung x natin ay 4, so we have 4 plus 3 will give us 7. So, yung ating fraction ngayon ay magiging 4 over 7. So, para ma-check natin yan, i-check natin ngayon. So, sinabi kasi kanina na kapag yung ating fraction daw ay nag-increase by 2, ang magiging sagot natin dapat ay 2/3. Okay, so i-increase by 2 natin itong numerator and denominator natin. So, kapag nag-add tayo dyan ng 2, then mag-add din tayo doon. Then, ito daw dapat ay mag-equal siya into 2/3 para ma-determine natin kung tama ba yung nakuha nating fraction na 4 over 7. So, 4 plus 2 will give us 6. 7 plus 2 will give us 9. Or, pwede natin itong i-simplify or i-reduce into lowest term. So, divide lang natin ng 3. So, 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. Then, 9 divided by 3 will give us 3. So, nakuha natin yung 2/3. Ibig sabihin, tama yung ating nakuhang fraction. So, ganun lang kadali kung paano mag-solve ng word problem involving rational expressions. After natin sa work problems and problems regarding fractions, proceed naman tayo dito sa age problem. So, sinabi dito, the son's age is 1/5 of his father's age. In 10 years, he will be 2/5 of his father's age. How old is the father now? Okay, so kung papansinin nyo dito, sinabi kung ano yung age ni son, which is 1/5 of the father's age. So, let x muna natin as the, let x as the father's age. Para makuha naman natin yung kay son. So, sinabi dyan na the son's age is 1/5. So, we have 1/5 of his father's age. Ibig sabihin yung father's age is x. So, magta-times x lang tayo dito. So, kapag nag-times x tayo dyan, magiging x over 5 lang yung ating equation. So, ilagay na lang natin sa ating numerator yung x will be the son's age. Then, so, ito yung age nila ngayon. So, ito yung now. Kasi sinabi dyan in 10 years. So, after 10 years, so ilagay natin dito, he will be 2/5 of his father's age. So, magiging 2/5 na daw of his father's age si son. Okay, so kapag after 10 years kasi mag-add lang tayo ng 10 dito kasi nga pagkatapos daw ng 10 years. So, ito ay magiging x plus 10. Then, ito ay magiging x over 5 plus 10. At dahil sinabi dito na in 10 years, he will be 2/5 of his father's age. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging equation natin dito ay age of son in 10 years, which is ito, is equal to 2/5, which is ito, 2/5 of his father's age, which is ito. So, magiging x over 5 plus 10 is equal to 2/5 of his father's age, which is x plus 10. So, we have 2 over 5 times x plus 10. Okay, so meron na tayo ngayong equation dito na pwedeng isolve para makuha yung ating x. Then, ang tinatanong pala dito ay kung how old is the father now. So, hindi after 10 years. So, kapag nakuha na natin yung x, dito tayo magsasubstitute ng ating x, hindi doon. Kasi nga, now yung tinatanong. So, ngayon, isosolve na natin siya. So, kung papansinin nyo yung ating equation ay merong ganito, which is pwede pa natin siyang i-distribute sa ating equation sa loob o yung nasa loob ng ating parentheses. Okay. So, eto, copy muna natin. Plus 10 is equal to, distribute lang natin siya. So, we have now 2x. Since denominator natin ay 5, so pag-isahin na lang natin. 2x times, or 2 times 10 naman ay magiging 20. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating denominator dito ay parehas na 5. Ibig sabihin, yung LCD natin ay simply 5. So, yun yung ating i-multiply into both na equation natin dito. So, we have 5. So, dito rin 5. Okay, so dito na tayo. So, 5 divided by 5 will give us simply 1. 1 times x will give us x. Then, 5 times 10 will give us positive 50 is equal to, since pares ito, ika-cancel na lang natin siya. So, we have 2x plus 20. Then, after that, combine like terms na lang tayo. So, etong x, ilalagay natin sa kabila. Then, yung 20, ilalagay naman natin doon. So, we have, copy muna natin yung 50. Okay, so we have 50. Then, since ito ay nandito, ililipat natin, magiging negative 20 is equal to, so we have, naiwan yung 2x doon. Then, itong x dito, ito-transpose natin doon, magiging negative x na siya. Okay. So, lakihan ko lang. Ngayon, simplify na tayo. So, we have 50 minus 20 will give us 30. Then, we have 2x minus x will give us x. So, yung x natin dito will be the father's age now. Next, kunin naman natin yung age ni son. Since sinabi kanina na 1/5 of his father's age, so, ita-times lang natin yung 30 sa 1/5. Okay, so 30 times 1 will give us 30. 30 divided by 5 will give us 6. Ibig sabihin, 6 years old si son ngayon. So, that's how to solve problem solving involving rational expression related po sa ating age problem. Next, pag-usapan naman natin ang distance, rate, and time. So, we have here Bus A travels 100 km in the same time that Bus B travels 80 km. If Bus A goes 10 km per hour faster than Bus B, find the rate of each bus. So, kung mapapansin nyo, sinabi dito na yung Bus A goes 10 km per hour faster than Bus B. Ibig sabihin, ililet Bus B natin dito as R or yung ating rate. So, ilagay muna natin dito yung ating Bus A, then Bus B. Then, ilagay natin dito yung distance. Dito yung ating rate. Then, dito yung ating time. So, since sinabi dito yung rate ng ating bus, A, which is yung bus A daw natin is goes 10 km per hour faster than bus B. So, ilalet R natin as the bus B. Then, magiging R plus 10 kasi nga mas mabilis daw siya ng 10 km per hour. The next, sinabi din dito yung ating distance for bus A and bus B. So, bus A travels 100 km. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating bus A ay 120 km yung kanyang distance. Then, in the same time of the bus B. Okay, so yung bus B naman ay 80 km. So, parehas daw yung time nila. Next, paano naman natin makukuha ngayon yung time? So, since doon sa pangkuha ng ating time or yung formula natin for time ay we have, dito ay we have T is equal to D all over by R, or we have distance all over by rate. Okay, so ilagay na lang natin ito. So, we have dito, ang magiging time natin is distance, we have 120 all over by yung ating rate, which is R plus 10. Then, dito naman sa ating bus B, we have yung distance natin ay 80. So, we have 80 all over by R, or yung rate natin, which is re-represent as R also. Next, after that, pwede na natin kunin yung ating equation. So, since sinabi dito na same time that bus B travels into bus A, ibig sabihin, yung time ng ating bus A or yung ating first bus is equal to yung doon sa time ng ating second na bus. Okay, since meron na tayong nakuhang eto na time, ilalagay na lang natin siya sa ating formula na nakuha. So, we have the first is we have 80, or yung ating bus A ay 120 all over by R plus 10 is equal to doon sa ating bus B, which is 80 all over by R. Then, after that, kukunin natin yung kanyang LCD. So, ano ba yung kanyang LCD? Or para mas madali, i-cross multiply na lang natin siya. So, itong R, i-multiply natin doon sa 120. So, magiging 120 R. The next doon ay i-multiply natin sa 80. So, i-distribute lang natin. So, 80 times R will give us 80R. Then, 80 times 10 will give us positive 800. Then, after that, combine like terms na lang tayo. So, ito, ilalagay natin sa kabila para ma-simplify natin. So, 120R. Then, pag transpose, magiging negative 80R is equal to, ang naiwan dito ay 800. So, 120 minus 80 will give us 40. Then, copy R. Then, we have 800. Then, para makuha yung value ng ating R, divide both sides by, or 40, sorry. So, we have 40, then 40. So, we have R is equal to 80 divided by 40, or 800 divided by 40 will give us 20. So, sinasabi natin dito na yung R natin ay 20. Now, kunin natin yung rate of bus A and bus B. Since sinabi natin na yung ating bus B ay equal to R, ibig sabihin, we have 20 km per hour for bus B. So, yung ating bus B ay equal to 20 km per hour. The next, doon naman sa ating bus A, since sinabi natin yung bus A is R plus 10, so we have mag-add lang tayo ng 10 dito. So, magiging 30 km per hour. So, that's how to solve problem solving na related din sa ating distance, rate, and time. So, for any questions or clarifications, just comment down below and I will try my best to answer it properly and correctly.